In the heart of the early church, a time filled with hope and challenges, we find ourselves in a humble yet significant community. The sun rises over Ephesus, casting a warm glow on a world eager for truth and connection. In this vibrant city, the Apostle John writes a letter that carries not just words, but a deep sense of love and concern. His heart pours out for the faithful, especially for a man named Gaius. Gaius is a beloved leader in the church. He walks in the truth and lives out his faith daily. John commends him for his faithfulness and hospitality. Gaius welcomes fellow believers into his home, providing them with food and shelter as they travel to share the good news. This simple act of kindness establishes a bond of love and support among the early Christians. John's words to Gaius reflect the joy he finds in hearing that Gaius is walking in truth. "I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth," he writes. This joy echoes through time. The spiritual lesson here is clear. Walking in truth and showing love to others fills our lives with purpose and joy. When we support one another, we reflect God's love in practical ways. As John writes, another figure enters the scene, Diotrephes. This man is not just a member of the church, he is a leader who seeks to have the upper hand. He craves recognition and authority, placing himself above others. Instead of welcoming traveling teachers, he rejects them and even spreads malicious gossip about John. Diotrephes believes he is protecting the church, but in reality, he is creating division. John is troubled by this behavior. He knows that leadership is not about power but about serving others. He warns Gaius about Diotrephes, urging him to stand firm in his faith. This moment teaches us an important lesson about humility. True leadership lies in serving others, not in seeking control. When we allow pride to govern our hearts, we lose sight of the love that binds us together. In contrast to Diotrephes, John highlights a faithful man named Demetrius. He is well spoken of by everyone, and even John himself praises him. Demetrius carries a good testimony because he walks in truth and love. John's letter encourages Gaius to welcome Demetrius, affirming that he is worthy of support. This moment reinforces the idea that we can choose our companions wisely. Surrounding ourselves with people who share our values strengthens our faith journey. As the narrative unfolds, Gaius is faced with a choice: to embrace those who walk in truth or to follow the self-serving ways of Diotrephes. It is a pivotal moment, reminding us that our faith is shaped by the company we keep. We must discern who we allow to influence our lives. By choosing to connect with those who uplift us, we grow stronger in our walk with God. John's closing words to Gaius resonate with warmth and hope. He expresses his desire to visit soon, to encourage them face to face. He longs for fellowship among believers, for it is in community that we find strength and encouragement. John's heartfelt closing carries a powerful reminder that we are not alone in our faith journey. God has given us each other to lean on. As we reflect on the lessons from John's letter, we see the importance of walking in truth, practicing love, and choosing our companions wisely. These themes remind us to be vigilant against pride and division, as demonstrated by Diotrephes. Instead, we are called to emulate Gaius and Demetrius, showing hospitality and upholding a good testimony. In our own lives, we, too, must navigate relationships and influences. We can choose to be like Gaius, opening our hearts and homes to those who share our faith. We can build one another up in love and truth, creating a community full of grace and encouragement. Our actions matter, and they can either draw others closer to God or create barriers. John's letter to Gaius stands as a beacon of hope and guidance. It invites us to reflect on how we live out our faith in community. God's faithfulness is evident in the support we find in one another. His love flows through relationships, empowering us to be agents of kindness and truth. In closing, let us remember that we are part of a greater story woven together by God's hands. Just as John reached out to Gaius, God reaches out to each of us. He desires for us to walk in truth, to love one another, and to be united in our mission of spreading His word. May we hold on to the lessons of this letter and carry them into our lives. Let us seek connections that uplift us, serving one another with humility, and embracing the gift of community as we journey together in faith.